No answer. So you are not practicing then. Bhavani, రాజశేఖర్ ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తున్నారా
ఇప్పుడు
లేదా?
డౌన్లోడ్ చేయాలి బాబాయ్, ఇంకా చేయలేదు.
ఏమరా పొద్దున్నుంచి టైమే లేదు అసలు.
ఇది ఎలా చేయాలి అర్థం కావట్లేదు.
ఎలా చేయలే?
ఆ,
వీడియోస్ పంపి ఒరే నన్ను ఇప్పుడు ఎలా చేయాలో అర్థం కానప్పుడు నాకు ఫోన్ చేసి అడగొచ్చు కదా, లేకపోతే కనీసం వాట్సాప్లో అన్నా పింగ్ చేయొచ్చు కదా.
ఆ, మర్చిపోయాను. డైరెక్ట్ డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకోవచ్చా?
ఆ?
డైరెక్ట్గా డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకోవచ్చా?
డైరెక్ట్గా చేసుకోవచ్చు. యాడికి పోయి?
గూగుల్ ప్లే స్టోర్ అట్లా ఉంటాయా అని.
గూగుల్ ప్లే స్టోర్లో పోవడానికి అదేమన్నా ఇదేమన్నా మొబైల్ ఆరా?
ఏమైనా ఏమన్నా
ల్యాప్టాప్లో చేయాలంటే ఏదా? సరే నీ మెయిల్ ఐడి పంపించి నేను వీడియో సెండ్ చేస్తా.
ఉమ్.
ఆ?
నాకు
ఆ,
కూడా సెండ్ చేయన్నా.
ఓ మర్చిపోతున్నా. సో ఓకే. అయినా
నాకు
నీకు ఫస్ట్ కానీ నుంచి ఉండలేదంట మహేష్.
లేదన్నా, కొన్ని క్లాసెస్ లో అప్పుడు నైట్ లేట్ అయిపోయి కొన్ని క్లాసెస్ ఇచ్చాను. తిరుపతికి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు 2 క్లాసెస్.
అప్పుడు అది వేరు కదా. ఇప్పుడు నేను మాట్లాడేది వచ్చి ఇన్స్టలేషన్ ఫర్
ఓకే.
ప్రాక్టీస్. ఏ ఫర్ ప్రాక్టీస్.
ఓకే అన్న.
సో లైక్ వీ విల్ గో ఫర్ వన్ బై వన్.
ఓకే అన్న. నేను రేపు
మహేష్,
ఎల్లుండి నుంచి స్టార్ట్ చేస్తా అన్న.
నేను ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకున్నావా లేదా?
ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకున్నా అన్న.
ఓకే గుడ్. ఓకే రాజశేఖర్ చేయలేదు,
మా
ఎన్ని భవానికి ఇంకా సిస్టమ్ రాలేదు.
ల్యాప్టాప్ రాగానే స్టార్ట్ చేసేస్తా.
ఓకే, వాట్ అబౌట్ హేమంత్? అర్థం కాలేదు. ప్రవీణ్, మీరు ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకున్నారా లేదా? నో ఆన్సర్. సంధ్య,
సార్
మీరు ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకున్నారా యూఐ పాత్?
చేసుకున్నా సార్.
సో యు ఆర్ ప్రాక్టీసింగ్ డైలీ దెన్, అవునా?
అవును సార్.
ఓకే గుడ్. So I did not get answer from Praveen and Hemant as well. So whether you people are installed UiPath on your machines or not, I don't know. Okay. So okay. Today I will send some videos, like starting videos, like where you can get how to install. Rajshekhar, I will send it today, huh?
ఓకే.
Okay, let's start. You are so yesterday what we discussed. So we have discussed Excel activities like Excel and workbook activities, like get worksheets, get worksheet, and write cell, read cell formula. Okay, and some of the activities are Excel, read column, read range, create a table. Okay, so regarding the table we have seen most of the sorting. create a table and create pivot table also we have seen and we stopped, correct? Get table, filter table, create table, get a table range. So we have seen a lot of these activities. Okay, so when it goes to processing, what is autofill range? So autofill range is range specifying the rule for autofill. So whenever you use this activity, it will fill some like what are the range you specify. So for example, like from so from A1 to H5 or H10. So how many values are there? You would like to fill autofill for all the range of values. So that is autofill. See, these are all Excel related. So in the Excel file only, it will fill the data range of data. Copy and paste range. So before using this, we have to get selected range, and then we have to use copy paste range. So we'll see. See, these are it is waste of time to discuss. We will see what are the very important activities. Execute macro. Okay. So execute a macro. What is macro first? Okay. So what is a macro? Macro is nothing but it's a Visual Basic code. It needs to be executed on some particular Excel. 1 minute. Okay, sorry. So we need to execute a macro. So what is macro? Macro is a Visual Basic code where we write some logic, and when when you write a code in the Visual Basic VB, so it will execute that code. Just go on, open an Excel file. and then we have a developer. See, in the developer, you will not get it like no, you never get this option, developer option. That means this menu will not be available. So you have to go to File, More, and Options. Okay. So this is the place where you have to enable the macro first. So macro is not the default option provided in Excel. That is the default option. So where did we get? Go to customize ribbon. Okay, so in the customize ribbon, so we'll have the options called developer. Okay, this developer by default it will be disabled. You have to make it as enabled. So this you have to select it. Can you please check your system? So do you have the developer option, like no developer? See, like this. So here we have what is the draw is disabled, right? So if you have like no, if you want to use some of the options related to draw, so we can have to enable it. The same way, if you have a, see, under developer, so we have a code, Visual Basic Editor, macro, record macro, use relative references, okay, macro, security. And when go for add-ins, okay, Excel add-ins and COM add-ins. And then when go for controls, we'll have insert, design properties, view code and dialog. So these are all the different like no options are available under customize ribbon. Like no, go and check the developer option. Okay. So if you want to make sure that whether that is the right way to make the changes, see, okay, so this developer like no menu was disabled, correct? Again I will go here. More, under options, customize ribbon. So work on select the developer. See, developer is enabled. So here we have macros, and then I will go check the macro. So here I will provide what is the name of the macro. So here we have option called record a macro. So see, I'm just clicking this record button. So what is the name of the macro? The name of the macro is macro 1. I'm just leaving like this. Store the macro in this workbook only. Just click on 1. Okay. Now I'm giving here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here I am giving some options like equal to sum of A1 comma B1. So you just come here and just double click. So how many rows we provided, the values are there. So the formula will be applicable only these things, and then I'm just stopping the recording. I stop this recording. Okay. So now whatever the data I filled, I just remove that and I am saving this file. So whenever you are saving a file, see the file name, whenever you are creating a macro, the name of the macro, the extension of the macro should be in .xlsm. That it tells you that this is a macro file, macro enabled file. Okay, this is a macro enabled file. Okay, so I'm giving name of the file as underscore click on save. Okay, the server storage quota has been exceeded, sorry. Come here. Whenever you are using a macro file, it should be under Excel applications. Okay, execute. So what is the macro name? Macro 1. So macro parameters, see we are not at all passing any parameters. So this is a list of parameters to be passed to the macro. and macro return a value if it is anything. So because this is the macro is a inbuilt with the application, so we did not define any macro. Okay, so here we have to provide the name of the application, that means the entire where that macro has been enabled. No, okay, I believe there is no errors. Run it. So now we will go. See. So we got the, see what are the like no, whatever the actions we performed under this Excel. Okay, we are able to see each and everything. Yes or no? Correct. So this is called a macro. Okay, so whatever you would like to see, these macros and all you will able to see in real time frequently. Okay, for some of the clients where like no, most of the clients they will go for most of the applications are also, that means like no Excel, the inputs, right, the input files are there are number of like no input files are macro enabled. So in that case you should able to know how to run a macro and how to create a macro. That means like no, you just tell that like no, see what is the like no, in interview point of view they ask you that, so what is the extension of the macro, okay, and macro like no, so in order to enable a macro, what are the steps it involved in that, all the things you have to tell in the interview. If you tell that, that is enough. Like no, see what are the like no steps we have done. That means like now we have to go to file and like no select options, and there like no under the customize ribbon you have to select the developer, then you have to go to the like no, and we have to tell remember the name of the macro, and then like no if you are passing any parameters, like no you have to tell what are the parameters, how to pass the parameters. Okay, and like no not so like you can tell that like no I have used a simple macro where we can do some okay activities, and then you can call macro by using macro name. Okay, and you have to tell that like now when I use execute macro, the output will be macro output. Okay, if you are returning any value, then you will get it, otherwise there is no specific thing you don't need to mention over there. Okay, see whatever you know you just tell, that's it. Like no they will check whether you have an idea on that or not. That's it. Like no you don't need to feel nervous on that. Okay, so this is one kind. See, okay, I don't want to go for a deeper, because like now you people are not from technical, right? Like now again you will get confused. Like now whatever it is clear, right? So leave it. Okay. So, and then so one more is insert or delete columns. Okay. So consider this is our one of the Excel file. So this is your sheet name. Okay. So and so I would like to add one column. Okay. So these are also very important in interview questions. So they asked me number of times like how you will add a column or how you will delete a column. Number of columns, how many columns you would like to add, and position. So in which position you would like to add. Position is nothing but this is first position, second position, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I would like to add 8th position. Okay. So number of columns. First we will check with the 1 and then we will add sheet 1, sheet name. Okay. Change mode. So you want to add insert a column or delete. So we will check with add. So we would like to add a column name. So we did not change it. Nonsense. I forgot it. Sorry. See, we cannot insert and do any in what is that? A macro files. So it can be done pure Excel file. Okay. Oh, it is a CSV file. So here we have to use Excel 97 to 2003 or use Excel workbook. So it is done, I believe. So what was happened? Upload blocked. So why it is not accept? Okay, so it is adding a column in front of the existing. Okay, that is the reason if I give 8, so it has to add after end of the columns, right? So it is not. So it is adding the column. Okay. Okay. So we do one thing. We will remove it. But it is removed in the first column, first row, but how do we add column in middle? I will give 2. First let is executed. So it is inserting the column in between. Super. But why it is not? So this is the one. What I gave 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. But okay, so we are unable to know that, like, no, whether, because in the last one it was actually added, but we are unable to know because it is already there, right? So that is the reason we are unable to know whether the particular column has been added at the end of the all the columns. But here we can able to conclude that it is adding anywhere else. So this is what inserting, or we can able to remove that also, so it doesn't matter. So I do one thing. So we have one more insert or delete rows. How many rows and in the position? So rows is nothing but so anyway, that is there. Number of rows equal to 1. So what is the data? So here we do not have any option to set number of rows and position. See, okay. So here the first position, first row, right? So it was highlighted on top of this. First row, first position. So when I go position 4, in position 4, one row, So it will add a empty row. Even like now, whenever you are going for like now to add a column, it will add a empty column only. Because like now we do not have any option to put the data in, to fill the data into that, whatever the column or whatever the fill. So in interview, like now, how do you add a column? How do you add a, how you will add a row? Okay, we can tell that like now we can, and then like now we have to use right cell in order to rename a column, okay, or rename a like now here, like now here, like now if you want to fill a, so we have to use right cell. See, okay, so it is added a entire row here. One, two, three, four. So we gave fourth, right? So here the fourth row has been generated, and that means it is insert a new row. So here I can use remove. Okay, the row has been removed. The similar way, like now we will, if I give 1 1, it will remove the first row, like now. Okay, so this is about how we can remove a row and add a, sorry, remove a row or add a row or insert a column or remove a column. Lookup range and remove duplicates range. See, lookup will speak, so that is very important. So delete, this is for remove duplicates range. What is this? Sheet name I provided. Delete all the rows. So I am giving the range of it is in the format of double quotes A1 A12 ABCDFG, okay, G25. Okay, so in remove duplicates range, so there is no output, so simply it will remove the duplicate values. So before that, I am not like now making any changes in this, because I just delete the unwanted information over here. Now EFG. It is done. Uh, how do you know that whether this is A1 up to, oh, there are a lot of data to this G44. G44. So maybe like now we cannot remove entire data in a Excel. So rather we will like now we will check only one row if F. So because like now see what is duplicate. So duplicate is nothing but I am saving this file. So in this column, J column, J1 to J44. So we are trying to remove the duplicate values in that column. So that means in that Excel file. See, okay. So remove duplicate range is nothing but in particular column whatever the duplicate values are there, so it will remove all the values. Okay, so that is duplicate, remove duplicate range. Okay, so did you understand, I believe, what is duplicate remove duplicate range? So see, these are all very important in like no interview questions, like no how do how will you remove duplicate range? So how you will add a column, how you will remove a row. So very important feature is lookup range. Actually, I would like to tell this in so lookup range is nothing but uh, right now consider this file. The range of values to be searched, and it will identify whether a particular value has been presented into that particular sheet or not. Okay, so the range to be searched. That is lookup range. So there is a different, like, okay, anyway, maybe tomorrow we will start database activities, data table activities. There we will see lookup table. This is a lookup range. So there will be a difference. So you just see the difference. So what is the sheet name? We have to provide the sheet name. So what is the range you are searching for? So the range you are searching for will take F call, F12, F45, and what is the value you are looking for? So I am looking for maybe, okay, 1.99. The value is 1.99 I am looking for, and the result. So that means the address of the value containing the searched value. So what is the value we are looking for? The value we are looking for is 1.99, and we will check whether this particular value is available in the worksheet and within the range. So it is like no search. Lookup is like no works like a search. So how do you search it? Control F. Okay. So I can give 1.99 and click find next. So it will be highlighted somewhere else where the value is presented. See, it was highlighted. So here, rather than highlighting the value, it would gives the cell address where that value is presented inside the file. Again, if you click on next, see, okay, so it is highlighting wherever the value is or there. So here the result, Control K, result. So box. So here I will tell you result, and see like now what is the value we will get. See, the value is available. So So it gives the first identified value F2. So it won't give like now where and all it is available. Oh, it is F2. Here itself it is there. That's why like now we got F2. So the first lookup value, where the lookup value is searching. So for example, I can give A1 to G45. Inside this, so for example, I am giving pencil. See, okay, it is available in D2, that is lookup range. So lookup is nothing but it will see. This is what we got it, right? Okay. So these are all about Excel activities. See, tomorrow we will see data table activities. What is data table? See, there are a lot of activities are available. So we will see what is data table. So data table is nothing but the representation of the data in the form of rows and columns, or columns and rows. That is called a data table. So when we open Excel file, these we can call it say columns, okay, and this we can call it say rows. Columns and rows called data table or a table. Table will be columns and the rows. The similar way we will have data table. Okay. So what are the different ways to create a data table? We will see tomorrow. So I believe, did you understand today's class? Do you want to know anything, or do you have any concerns?